Hi everyone, it's Shari Carroll here for the Simon Says Stamp Spring 2014 release, and I've created a really clean and simple card using the stripes greeting and the wide stripes background stamp. Okay, to start my card off, I have the bold stripes background, and I have a piece of paper that I'm just going to use as a mask, and I have my sea glass ink here from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm just going to adjust my paper here, and I'm going to swipe across this bold stripe. I want the swipe look on the rubber, so I'm going to make sure I get it really nice and clean looking. Go ahead and remove that paper, and I have a little bit of excess ink here. I'll go ahead and wipe that off with my finger. So next I want to apply a second color, and this was the green apple ink, also from Simon Says Stamp. And I'm going to go ahead and swipe this across the bottom piece, the bottom bold stripe. I got my paper out of the way so I don't accidentally nail that. And I'll go ahead and recap these, and once I'm ready I have some Nina white cardstock, and I'll go ahead and align this where I want it and make sure that I have this horizontally correct so that it's lined up square. And I'll go ahead and just lay this down. And I'm going to grab a piece of paper towel, and I'll just put this right on top and go ahead and press down. Now I don't get any ink on my fingers, and I can go ahead and give that a really good press onto that cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe this a couple times. You can see I'm just wiping with my fingers, making sure I don't shift the paper around. And once I pull that off, I have two really great stripes on my cardstock. I will be trimming this down so the little blank area on the left side won't be showing. The next thing I want to do is to grab some of my orange peel paper and also the Audrey blue, and I'll be stamping onto these strips with the new stripe greetings. I've cut my strips between 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch wide, and here I'm just adding a little bit of adhesive to the back side, and I'm going to put these side by side. What I'll be doing is stamping one greeting split between two papers. So I want this to sit securely on my work surface so when I go to stamp they won't shift around. So here I'm using my anti-static bag, and I'll grab my stripe greeting so you can see the whole set, and I'm going to be splitting up the You're Pretty Amazing. So the You're Pretty is going to be on the orange side and Amazing will be on the Audrey blue side. I'll be white embossing this, so first I want to just add some Versamark ink. And once I have that well inked, now I'll just adjust this to where I can split up the words between the two colors. And once I have that aligned well, I'll go ahead and press that down. I want to make sure I get some really good pressure in the center and make sure that I get all that really well pressed into the paper, and now I can lift this up. And now I have my two split words, and I've only had to stamp once. So once I have that ready, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle that with my white embossing powder, and that's from Hero Arts, and I also keep that in a little tub. And when that's all ready, I can go ahead and now use my heat tool and go ahead and heat emboss. To add some visual interest to my little strips, I'm cutting the ends in an arrow, and instead of trying to figure out how to cut two of them, I have just stacked these together, made sure that I have enough room for my message, and I'm going ahead and just snipping off those ends. So now I have one in one direction and the other in the other direction. I'll go ahead and put these down so you can see what I'm talking about. So You're Pretty Amazing. And next I'll get ready to add some more stamping. Next I'll be using my archival ink and a couple of other messages from the stripe greetings. And right now I have the I love you, and it has a heart for the love part, and so I'm just going to tap this black ink right onto there. And I thought the black ink would be really nice as a contrast against the other bright colors. So I'll just kind of stack this up just a little bit into the green area and make sure that I have that lined up, and I am using a grid block so that helps me with my alignment. Once I'm ready, I can go ahead and press that down. I'm really loving the greens, blues, and oranges right now. I think I'm really waiting for spring, and hopefully secretly waiting that it'll happen here soon. So I'm going to go ahead and put another message on my block, and again I'm lining this up onto the grid that's on the block. That makes my stamping so much easier, and once I'm ready I'll go ahead and ink this up again with the black archival ink. But you could change your colors up to any combination. The pinks and blues go really well together, plus the browns and blues would also look good together. So again, I'm just going to make sure I have this really well inked, And I'm going to go back over just one more time just to make sure. And I'll flip this over, and now I'm going to just press this in to where it's kind of sitting into that sea glass color. And once I'm ready, I'll go ahead and press this down. This is one of those super fast cards to make, so all I have to do next is to release my stamp from the paper after I've pressed down so many times. And now I can add my messages with a little bit of foam tape, and then I'll mount this panel onto a top folded white card. To finish things off, I've added a few of the hearts from the Love Languages die set, which I've cut out from coordinating papers. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tutorial and also the Simon Says Stamp Spring 2014 release. Thanks for watching.